Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. It's time to review the latest horror movie from Australia. It is Talk to Me. Yes, I let you in.
Don't fuck with them hoes.
Now, Talk to Me is a 2022 Australian supernatural film. It was directed by Danny and Michael Phillipou. I think I pronounced their name right. It was written by Danny Phillipou and Bill Hinsman. Now, the film stars Sophie Wilde, Alexandra Jensen, Joel Bird, Otis Janji, Zoe Terekis, and Miranda Otto. Now, in this film, when a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. See, you don't fuck with the supernatural, guys. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, I did some dumb stuff with my friends because we didn't know any better or we just thought we were invincible. Go out, smoke some weed, drink some beer, do some crazy stuff, because that's what we do when we're that age. We just don't know any better. We just thought we do stuff and nothing would happen to us. No, of course, young people of this generation do some dumb stuff, but they do it for different reasons due to the influence of social media. I mean, come on, they just do crazy stuff just to get likes. And, some of the stuff you have them doing is, running through wooded fences like the Kool-Aid Man or chewing on Tide pads. Oh, what do you get? What are you doing? Though it's not surprising when filmmakers would use this as a basis of a horror film, and that's what Australian filmmakers and YouTubers, Danny and Michael Phillipou, brings us with their first outing as directors, a horror film called Talk to Me. Now, at the very intense and shocking opening, we're introduced to Maya. She is a 17-year-old girl who is still struggling with the death of her mother, Ria, who committed suicide 2 years ago. We're coming into when she's celebrating the second anniversary of her mother's death. Now, while she is estranged from her father, Max, she spends most of her time with her best friend, Jade, and her brother, Riley, and their mother, Sue. They have a great camaraderie in that little dynamic there. One night, they sneak out of Jade's house to attend a party where their friends are recording anyone who places their hand on an embalmed hand. What the hell? I ain't touched that damn thing. I don't know where that thing's been. Hell no. Because you see, what they realize is that when they touch the hand and they say, talk to me, it allows them to see spirits and they get possessed by the spirits by saying, I let you in. Now, we see them having fun as the spirits do wild and crazy things to them while they're possessing them until an incident happens that causes them to realize that playing with the supernaturals can be very, very dangerous and there will be devastating effects. See, that's why you don't fuck with supernatural. And it's like I said before, again, as far as I'm concerned, there's no way in the world I'm touching an embalmed hand because I don't know where it's been. I don't know where it's placed at. But young people, this is what they do. They do crazy shit like this. And, you really have to give the guys credit because they do an incredible job of portraying that here. Now, despite a budget of only $4.5 million, and I believe that's in Australian dollars, I don't know if that's US as well, they have actually created a well-produced and effective horror film here. So you got to give Danny and Michael credit. They really did a fantastic job here. Now, yes, this is your standard supernatural horror film that we've seen before, but Danny and Michael have added some elements in this film that elevates it from other films that we've seen in this subgenre. They did a good job here. Now, when you're looking at this film, Danny and Mike have done a great job in showing the audience on how this generation of young people act in doing something that I know I wouldn't do at all. As I stated before, there's simply nowhere in the world that I would put my hand on an embalmed hand, not knowing where it came from or where it's been. But these young people, they're going to do it anyway because they love it. They they have fun with it. One of the things that they do is that while the person is possessed, they actually record it on all their phones. They post it on social media. So hence, that's the reason why I stated in the earlier point, this is what the young generation does now. Everything has to be posted online, whether it's on Reddit or X now instead of which is Twitter or TikTok, mainly TikTok because you have those crazy TikTok challenges now. So anything they want to do crazy, they're going to post it online. And hence, that's the reason why these young people do it in this film here. Now, also, Danny and Michael, being that they're also from Australia, do a great job in showing how young Australian kids act today. And, they really did a good job in focusing all the quirks and everything that Australians do, especially young Australians. Now, it's no surprise that Mia and her friends are recording themselves because while possessed, at first, it's all fun. They're having fun, they're laughing at each other because it does allow them to do stuff, stupid things, especially during one scene where Mia's former boyfriend, Daniel, has a very funny but very embarrassing moment when he is possessed. I won't say what it is, but if you saw the film, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, we all know something bad will happen, and when it does, it put all their lives at risk because they don't know what's going on, they don't know how to act, and all of them start skitzing. Now, the one thing I will give Danny and Michael credit for is that they could have gone to the normal route when things go south. Would have been a typical supernatural horror film that we've seen before, but they decided to go a different route, and that's what makes this film different from other films in the subgenre. Yeah, because instead of mainly focusing on the supernatural aspect of the film, they're focusing on other aspects of the film, such as the emotion that we see. There's grief in here. There's friendship that we see that play out between Maya Jane and Riley. Now, you really have to give credit to the cast, especially Sophie Wilde, because she's great as Mia. She plays a girl who is still mourning the death of her mother, and the effect that has to her, and when things go south in the film, we see how she reacts to when the things go south. We see how she reacts to that. She does a really good job in showing the emotions of a girl who's really has not been resolved, all the emotional aspects of her mother passing away. Now, the rest of the cast has great chemistry with each other as they take Danny and his writing partner Bill Heinzman's script and they give it enough heart to allow the audience to care what is happening to them. I really thought they did a pretty good job. Everyone does a good job in their roles in the film. Now, also, Danny and Michael, from what I read, they use practical effects. There's no CGI, and I thought that was pretty good because the spirits here are very spooky and creepy looking, and that adds to the atmosphere, and it also provides the right amount of tension and suspense that you need in a film like this. Now, I know because since it's A24, yes, I'm talking to you, Patrick. This film is not for every horror fan, but I will give Danny and Michael credit for bringing us what I believe is a decent, well-crafted horror film with some nice acting, some very effective jump scares, and something a little different that we haven't seen before in this subgenre of horror. So I'm going to give Talk to Me 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. It's not great, but it's very effective horror film. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the performances. I like what Danny and Michael did with this particular film. Like I said before, they could have went to the typical route that we see before in supernatural horror films like this, but no. We have grief, we have emotion, we have something totally different you haven't seen before. So I really got to give the guys credit. They really knocked it out the park for their first time out as directors. So there you have it, guys. That is my review and video of Talk to Me. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share because it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Have you seen Talk to Me? What do you thought about it? Please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me your thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. That way, you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember that horror rules. Ha 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 ha. And I see you in my next video. That guy, stay safe out there.